I pass by it all the time. So I came here one day and I asked questions and I applied. I met with my counselor, and from that it was a go. Didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I have some family members that are welders, and they would talk about it, and one of my family members challenged me to go into the welding profession. I was like, man, I'm not going into the welding profession. Man, I can't get up on those scaffolds. I can't do all those things. What are you talking about? He was like, no, they got different type of welding that you can do. I told it to her. She immediately made some contacts somewhere with someone, hooked me up with ARC Labs down there in North Charleston, and the ball has continued to roll ever since.
When Larry first came to VR, he was very motivated to get in a career. He made it clear that he no longer wanted to be on Social Security, disability. He didn't even see the need to meet with the benefit specialist because his goal was to find a career where he would be self-sufficient and not require those benefits.
We hooked up with ARC Labs, and they were kind of excited too. They're like, well, this might be challenging, but they were willing to work with us and see what the possibilities were. The one thing that was good about it, that is when he did start taking the classes, that some of the students got excited for him, and some of the students built different things to help him with the classes. So it was neat that like everybody that met Larry just wanted to say, okay, what can we do to help him be successful? And it just kept growing.
We sat and pondered on it. Actually, me and Pete did for a little bit and said, hey, what do you think? You think we can make it happen or what? So we started drawing stuff up, and next thing you know, we had our students that were at the school at that time start building his new booth. The students that were in school at that time got to partake on building every part of Larry's stuff he needed to get his school.
ARC Labs welcomed me with open arms. They provided so much for me. The people at ARC Labs, the classroom is upstairs. My condition, I can't get upstairs. So they formulated a bucket lift for me to get in the bucket lift to lift me up the stairs to go to attend the classes, and it was great.
Well, the students had a lot of hands on that, and it was good that the students did it. So Chuck kind of drew it up, had a little help here and there, but actually he did a pretty good job putting all the right students on it, and they built it. It was easy to get them upstairs, downstairs.
It was great. It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
And the look on his face, it was almost priceless because he almost got teared up knowing the students did that for him.
Yeah. He was just like any other student, except he sat out a little bit farther from the table, and all the students accepted him just like anybody else would.
There is no, I can't get it with Larry. There is no, I can't get it. He's determined.
But just like any other student, Larry progressed as anybody would, and it's a self-paced program. So what if he's in a wheelchair? I mean, the guy was doing just like everybody else was.
I got so much gratitude for ARC Labs because they got me on the path of welding where I needed to be. They taught me a broad spectrum of welding from A to B. I'm just blessed to be in the situation that I am today. Tabletop welding, it's welding that it's more small pieces that can be brought to your table. That's not hard to lift. Easy to move. They just didn't teach me the tabletop welding. They taught me everything about welding.
Going through ARC Labs and him being able to advocate for him to complete the testing at the end, we had set up a tour with W International, a local company in Berkeley County that basically welds submarines for the military. We set up a site tour for him to go out and see what it was like, and to kind of explore what would need to be in place for him to be successful there. They actually worked with him and set up a specific training program for him, kind of an apprenticeship, to get the extra hands-on training to then apply what he learned through the welding classes at ARC Labs directly with what they'd be doing on site at W International.
I applied for a couple places, but once the company or once a person sees you in a wheelchair, they're like, you're not going to be able to do this job. They didn't say it personally to me, but I can read their facial expressions and I can just see what they're thinking. And so a couple places turned me down, and I went to this place called W International. Once again, W International welcomed me with open arms.
They fabricated a welding table for him with the correct height, with the correct tools that he needed to be competitive and to perform the skill and learn the skill to be the best that he could be. When W International really opened up and went above and beyond to try to support him, we knew it was the right fit.
I sat down with Mr. Phillips and Wendy to talk about if the field of welding was a good fit for him. In this particular case, I gave some guidance that I did think that we could provide accommodations to help Mr. Phillips be successful in a field, but also really important once he finishes school to find a workplace that lends itself to that.
They put me through a process through their school, to teach me what their specific welding requirements were. Successfully graduated from there. Gave me an offer letter to join the company, and that's where I am today. Receiving an offer letter from that company just boosts my confidence through the roof. It's like there's nothing I can't do. I mean, if I prove myself through going through welding school, being brought to a company, being accepted, prove myself there, hands down, there's nothing I don't think I can do.
When Larry first came to us in Building 2, some people may have viewed it as a challenge, how we're going to accommodate Larry, but it was more of, family building, team building, rolling out the red carpet for Larry. As far as a safety standpoint, make sure all the egress routes were accessible for him. Then we went to what's the best position for him, the table, where the table could be, the gas line hookups that he could access easily, put his welding machine. That all came together, and the whole team helped out with that. So it was awesome to see that happen. When Larry came to me, they said he has some disabilities and all, and I'd never looked at it like that. He always came to me, and with his attitude, it's like, look at my abilities, look what I can do. And the sky's the limit with him, because he doesn't hold back what he needs to get his job done, or how we can make it better so he can excel. And it's really awesome to see.
And when I met with Mr. Phillips, there were a few things we looked at. One was safety. Of course, being a welder in a seated position, you got to worry about a lot more sparks and where those land than if you were standing. So in addition to the standard safety equipment, we provided a smock that was a little thicker and more heavy duty, a little longer, so it could drape over his legs. We got him some chaps, some specialty footwear, and some protective equipment for his boots, some specialty gloves, just to help him be as safe as possible. Another thing to think about is he's in a manual wheelchair with tires that are typically filled with air. So those don't necessarily play well with a lot of sharp metal scraps around the floor. So we got him a set of solid tires for his manual wheelchair that he could actually leave at the job. And so when he would arrive in his manual wheelchair, instead of putting his regular wheels on, he would put these solid wheels on. So not only were they not going to go flat, but any metal shavings that he might pick up throughout the day, he wouldn't track them at home, they'd stay there at work.
When Larry first came to me, he was assigned to the hangar cell, where we do a lot of sub-assembly stuff for the Columbia-class submarines, Virginia-class submarines, a lot of table work. That's where Larry's best skill set was, and where he really excelled. So with Larry on board with the team, we had another fellow in a wheelchair, Mike Waddell, that actually came from the same program as Larry, and made that seamless transition with what Larry had with his table, the height for his table, the different tools, holders that we made for the table to get the job done. Really paved the way to make Mike feel at home, and actually brought up the whole morale for the whole team. And it's a really close-knit group that we have down there. I'll tell you one thing, with Larry's abilities and his skill set, it's really first-time quality welding, pulse welding. Right. Larry can look back at his work and know that 50% of the fire suppression system brackets were welded by him for the first Columbia-class submarine, and that's the most rewarding part of what we do here at W International.
I thought it would be so difficult to have a career in the field of welding. They gave me a shot, and that's all I asked was somebody to give me a shot. They gave me a shot, and it's been, what, a year and some change now? I'm going on 2 years now I've been here?
Going on 2 years.
Yeah, so, hey, they gave me a shot, and that's all I asked for.
And Larry's really taken advantage of that shot, and it proves, and he's actually excelled faster than I thought he was going to be. And every day he challenges himself, lets us know what he needs to get himself to that next level. And we can't ask more than that. So it's been a privilege having Larry on the staff.
Larry is a good guy that has accomplished things that I wasn't too sure about. I was just nervous for him. I knew that he could do it. There was no doubt in my mind, but I knew it was going to be a lot of trial and error and trying to find the right people that would give him a chance. 'Cause that's all he needed. That is all this man needed, was somebody to open the door for him, and he was gone. He called me and to let me know that he saw another young man who had a spinal cord injury using a wheelchair that was at W International. He's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "You helped that man get the job because you showed people that a wheelchair is just how you get around, that wasn't who you are, that you are very capable." And a lot of people's eyes were opened, and I can't thank him enough because he made it easier for the next person to come through the door.
One day when I was in my station working, doing some welding, a supervisor came and said, "Larry, we want you to talk to somebody." I was like, "Okay, I'll talk to somebody." He said, "It was another guy in a wheelchair." So when I get out in the hallway and to talk to the guy, he's like, "Man, I heard so much about you." I was like, "Okay, because I didn't know anybody at W International." He's like, "Man, I heard so much about you. I'm inspired by you. I want to do the welding. I've been doing it in high school, and so I'm wanting to know, how you go about it, and is it going to be something you think I could do?" And I told him, I looked him in the eye, I said, "It's something that you can do. You see what I'm doing, you can do it."
As much struggle, as much barriers that Larry faced and overcame, I think he really proves that anybody can do anything. A lot of people that would have been through what Larry's been through may have crumbled, may have given up, but he had the strength and perseverance to continue. So I'm dumbfounded. He's dealt with more than most of us could handle.
The attitude with Larry, it was amazing. He's a positive. He was here at probably about 6 weeks. Other students would kind of look up to him just because he was a little bit older, and seeing he was in a wheelchair, they realized that he was a very positive, inspirational person. They figured if he can do it and he's in a wheelchair, I know I can learn it. So that's he's just unstoppable. That's all I can say. He's a great fellow to be around.
Yeah, he's awesome. We miss him. We think about him every day. We wish we could go see him. We talk to other students about him, just let them know, to inspire them that here this guy was in a wheelchair, and if he can do it in a wheelchair, you can walk perfectly fine. You can do this.
Well, he has definitely opened the eyes to employers, to co-workers, and to individuals that are in wheelchairs, helping them to see that there are other opportunities out there for them. And we are so proud of him, and we thank him for setting the stage for other people to be successful as well.
Well, we continue to follow up with Larry. And in communicating with Larry, and the employer realized that he needed additional services from Voc Rehab, and that included rehab tech services. So rehab tech was contacted, and they did an assessment and realized that Larry needed to have an updated wheelchair for him to be able to continue to do his job and be successful in his job. So we are now in the process of providing that for him so that he can remain at his job.
It's only impossible until somebody does it. And he was the right person to do it. So just having that example to give to somebody gives people hope of possibilities. And that's sometimes all you need.
Thank you for being a productive citizen and coming to Voc Rehab Services, because this is what we're all about.
He's a joy to see every morning. I look for Larry every morning because I say, "Hey Larry, how you doing?" He says, "I'm blessed." And he's just an awesome person and a pleasure to work with.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so truly blessed, man, to have met these guys here at Voc Rehab. Just coming through the door. I mean, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has your best interest in mind. And if you're willing, if you're really willing to come here and to put in the effort and the work that's required, school work that they may have for you to do, there's no limit.